set your clocks. Keep your eyes glued to your screens. Have your network ready.
I can't do that.
You can do it on there though.
I can.
The
That's
TV that I'm pointing at past the camera. Because in just a few short moments, a day-ish away, we're gonna have Night of Champions.
All the titles are on the line.
Where all the titles are on the line, like
That's what I just said.
almost every other pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, to me, it lost a lot of the meaning once
the brands went back together.
Yeah, once the brands went back together, and now that there's only like 5 titles and a tag belts.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that really
I love your choice of words there. Tag belts.
Yeah. I think really the only thing that would really set this off for me is if all of a sudden they had Finn Balor defending NXT Championship on Night of Champions.
Why isn't this happening?
Like, I think that'd be a great surprise thing, especially though, and I think it's a possibility, especially that NXT happens to be touring Texas the same weekend that Night of Champions is going to be in Texas.
I would say so, but with the fact that TakeOver is like a week and a half afterwards.
Yeah.
Or like 2 weeks afterwards.
Well, there's still no title match or TakeOver either.
That's true.
Because they're going to have the Women's Championship.
Goddamn right, because the ladies are kicking ass.
Alright, but enough about NXT titles that are probably not going to be defended on this show.
Probably.
We're going to get into predicting who we think are going to win the matches at the Knock.
Meet the champions.
The night of Tommaso Ciampa's.
Can Tommaso Ciampa be there?
Yeah, dude, he should beat Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship.
Why don't we do the New Day versus Dudley Boys versus Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano?
Yeah. Versus the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd add in something else also unrealistic.
All right.
What
do we got first?
Let's talk about the kickoff show, because we're going to have a match, a 6-man tag. The trouble's been brewing between Neville and Stardust for a long time. Now they got sidekicks. Neville has the Lucha Dragons. Stardust traded in Wade Barrett for the Ascension. The Cosmic Wasteland versus the Gravity-Defying Dragons. Who do you think is going to take it?
Well, I think with the fact that Neville had the advantage heading past SummerSlam, I think this is a great time to not only give the momentum back to Stardust, but also give the Ascension a prominent win for themselves. So I'm going with the Cosmic Wasteland.
And as you can see, our cohort, Thomas Wolfe, is not with us, but we will be providing his answers via text messages he has sent on this phone over here. Who does Thomas Wolfe predict for the kickoff shows?
The bad guys.
I'm going to have to make this a 3 for Stardust and the Ascension, a.k.a. the Cosmic Wasteland. Next up, another non-title matchup, and this one's involving far fewer human beings in the ring. This is Dolph Ziggler, more than likely without Lana, but against Rusev with probably Summer Rae. I'm going to say it right off the bat. I'm going to start this one off. I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler's going to win via interference from Lana. This is going to be Lana's return. And she's going to come back and she's going to screw over Rusev. And Dolph Ziggler will redo his membership into the I Beat Rusev Club.
Huh.
Or no, he doesn't even have a membership card yet, does he? Into the I Beat Rusev Club? No, because it's Orton, Cesaro, and Cena.
No, he did win. He won He won with a roll-up on SmackDown or something like that. Because he became the 4th person. Or maybe it was by DQ.
The DQ doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
But he wants to be part of the I Beat Rusev Club, and I think Lana's going to help him do it. I think Summer Rae is also going to inadvertently help Dolph Ziggler do it.
That is why I'm going for Dolph Ziggler, because I think with the fact that Ziggler's been playing the games with the earrings and with what we talked about on the SmackDown Rundown.
Watch that playlist.
All of this is just kind of him with the fact that I don't think Lana's going to be there, I don't think she can be there and get involved the way she wants to. So I don't see her showing up, and I think that's exactly what this whole thing is. It's a ploy to try and get, Rusev on edge. It's also to try and pry Summer Rae away, because Ziggler's whole thing is, I'm going to steal the show and your girlfriend. So as long as he's got permission from Lana to steal Summer Rae, it's okay. And that's what he's going to do. It's going to be Summer Rae making googly eyes at Ziggler. That's going to distract Rusev and allow Ziggler to pick up the win.
What did Mr. Wolf say?
He don't give a fuck. Fuck this storyline. He's giving up a point.
Yeah, so we did make an official ruling, though, is if this match comes to a no contest or doesn't even start, per se, somebody gets beat up backstage, that Thomas Wolf gets a point.
If that happens, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
So if the match doesn't have a conclusion,
Yes.
Thomas Wolf wins.
Yes.
Or if it doesn't start at all. And then
Let's
we
get
got
into the important stuff.
another non-title match.
Yes.
This is a 6-person tag team match, because we know on one side we got Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and blank. That's why I said person. It could be China. It could be a woman. It could be a bear. Could be this bear.
And a bear.
Could be
Snake?
it could be a fucking snake. Could be a woman. I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Could be Sister Abigail. Wouldn't that fuck up Bray Wyatt's whole
Sister Abigail's like, Bray, you've been doing everything wrong and I've decided to join the Shield.
Could be Seth Rollins. Who knows? But I want to say Thomas first.
Thomas is going with the Shield. He has a little...
Does he have a prediction for who he thinks the partner's going to be?
Let's see. Unless Ambrose or Reigns end up feuding with whoever their mystery partner is. So no, he does not have a guess as to who it might be.
So I want to put a bonus point on the line if you can guess the mystery partner.
I'll text him real quick. He's been getting back, so go ahead.
All right.
Go and talk about your thing.
All right. I'm going to pick the Wyatt family purely because of Braun Strowman.
That's it.
I think that's what's going to give the Wyatt family the edge is big bad Braun Strowman. I think, yes, the mystery partner of the Shield will throw the Wyatt family off their game. But when it comes down to it, perhaps so-and-so and Luke Harper or so-and-so and Bray Wyatt might be fighting outside the ring. Dean or Roman gets trapped in that chokehold and goes out to Braun Strowman. And I want to put my guess right now that their partner will be NXT's Baron Corbin.
All right. I am going to go with, I'm thinking this is going to be a big moment for Bray Wyatt. He's going to get the win because the mystery partner is going to be the returning Eric Rowan. And you're going to get a double swerve because we've been talking about it happening for a long time now. Ambrose is going to turn along with Eric Rowan, leaving...
I like Thomas's pick.
Yeah, I just saw it too. Leaving Roman Reigns by himself. So I'm thinking like a big swerve in momentum.
So both Rowan and Ambrose would flip.
Yeah, because and it kind of goes off of what Roman said on Raw, saying that that Bray has to surround himself by monsters. Well, Eric Rowan is a big burly monster. Ambrose, with his insanity, could technically be considered a monster. So, and I think with the fact that he's been dropped in those crazy bombs more often,
which seem to occasionally get on Dean Ambrose's nerves.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing like a big swerve of momentum for the Wyatt family.
A big hug from Lady Momentum.
Yes.
A group hug per se. And so are you saying Rowan then is your pick?
Yeah, Rowan's my pick for the partner, and the Wyatts are gonna pick up the win.
All right, and then Thomas said he thought the Shield was gonna win.
He thinks the Shield is gonna win because their partner is gonna be Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, this could correlate in the timetables for Sami Zayn's return.
Yeah, because
it
wasn't really sure because he said there's a good chance that he might not be able to wrestle until next year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is hard to tell. I mean, I'm even kind of throwing a curveball for myself because Rowan is out on injury as well. There's also, I talked to a friend of mine who thinks that the potential partner is going to be Daniel Bryan.
That would be a big deal.
I mean,
that would make it probably match of the night, just based off of crowd reaction
oh
alone.
yeah.
Also, the rumor that Samoa Joe
Yeah.
could be. I mean, that'd be a big coup for Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns to have Samoa Joe
sure.
on their side.
And if you're trying to get some big bad dudes to beat up the Wyatt family, why not get Samoa Joe?
Yeah, or Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's another big bad gnarly dude.
Yeah.
And there's so many different options because there are a lot of people.
And that makes it so exciting.
And there are a lot of people who aren't on the card too. Guys like Big Show, Cesaro. These guys. These guys could be partners. Not that they would pick the Big Show, but
no.
there are plenty of people who aren't wrestling because they're not champions.
Exactly.
Torito.
Wow. Yep. Dean Ambrose had to make that phone call.
Let's move on to the namesake of the pay-per-view.
Talk about some championship
matches. And I'm going to say ladies first.
Charlotte.
I'm also going with Charlotte. I am slightly disappointed that Charlotte didn't win on Raw.
Yes.
Dethroning Nikki as longest Divas Champion of all time. Because to me that really, really takes away from any coolness this match had to it.
Yeah. I talked about it on Raw. My disappointment is that it takes away a lot from the win itself. Like, I'm sure that that Charlotte can help this bitch put on a pretty good match.
Their match on Raw wasn't bad.
Their match on Raw was decent. It's just, the outcome kind of ruins, the potential of Charlotte winning the championship because now it just kind of feels like they're giving it to her.
Yeah.
Like, because they had to add that stipulation that no matter what happens, if the bitch loses, Charlotte picks up the championship.
Yeah.
Which is a big handicap in her favor.
Yeah, and to me, that's just the thing, is that the win lost a lot of prestige.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that she didn't get to, she didn't stop the record from being broken.
Exactly.
That would have been a big effing deal, and a big feather in Charlotte's cap.
It would
big
have
career boost.
It would have meant more for her title run.
Yeah, and to me, that's like what you're saying. It feels like they're just giving it to her. On the way I feel about it is they're just giving it to her because we let Nikki keep it for another week,
just so she can break the record.
Yeah,
and
now we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah,
because she broke the record.
It taints the victory, but I would still be happy for Charlotte, her getting
no doubt
her run to the Divas.
I'm going with Charlotte as well.
So is Thomas.
Because Charlotte is cooler than Nikki Bella.
Bitch.
All right, let's move on. We're gonna talk about one of two of Seth Rollins' title defenses. He's got to go one-on-one with the former United States champion John Cena to defend his own United States champion in his first of two matches. Honestly, man, I feel like Seth would be better off if, thinking about it now, I feel like Seth would be better off if Sting was challenging for the United States Championship and Cena was challenging for the World Championship. Because, that's the order their matches will probably go in, for sure. The United States Champion match will come first, and then
I imagine
the WWE Championship match would be the secondary of his title defense.
I have a feeling we're going to see John Cena open the show.
I wouldn't be surprised. But for me, I'm thinking now, Seth Rollins has the younger, more physical, probably harder to fight match first.
Yes.
So whether or not he beats Cena, he's actually going into his second match probably more tired than he would be if he were fighting Sting first.
Yeah. I think what helps it though, and we've seen it since he came back on Raw a few weeks ago, is that Sting is moving very fast.
Yeah, but I mean that helps Sting a lot.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying it's in Seth Rollins' favor.
Yeah, it doesn't do him any favors.
It's not very good the fact that he has to face the younger and more physical John Cena before he has to wrestle Sting.
Yeah, for sure.
Give Sting an upper hand.
Yeah.
So we got Cena versus Rollins. I'm going to say Rollins is going to take it.
I'm gonna agree. I think Rollins is taking it clean.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's this to me is more so Rollins' night to shine than it was when he beat Cena and became double champion.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where we're going to get the whole, almost like Jericho when he became undisputed champion. Where it's
Right.
like, oh, I beat Rock and Austin in the same night to win the undisputed champion. He can now say, oh, I defended the United States Championship against John Cena and the World Championship against Sting in the same night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Rollins.
Yeah. Thomas Wolfe is going with John Cena, with Sheamus cashing in afterwards.
Oh. Yeah, that would be an interesting idea. I am excited at the prospect of Cena winning the United States Championship, because the one thing I've gotten out of this, the only negative side to Rollins being the United States champion is that we haven't been getting the United States Open Challenge from John Cena.
Cena did awesome stuff with that title. He had some great matches with some people he wouldn't normally face.
Yeah. So, I mean, that makes me want to see Cena win to bring back the Open Challenge.
I mean, I'm all for Cena taking it back, but
I think Rollins.
I think they can milk so much more out of
Rollins being a double champion.
Rollins as a double champion. I think there's so much more they can do with that.
Alright, let's move on to the Intercontinental Championship match. We got the big guy, Ryback, versus Kevin Owens. This is going to be physical, if nothing else.
Yeah, they're going to whoop the shit.
I don't expect it to be pretty.
No. I'm wondering, we know Owens can go. Ryback's been pulling out some good stuff every now and again. It'll be interesting to see who kind of runs the match. Whether or not they give, Ryback the ability to try and shine, and they have Owens just kind of put him over, or if they let Owens really, take the advantage and kind of wear down the babyface.
It's definitely a tough one to tell how the match itself is going to go. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going with Kevin Owens.
You think Kevin Owens is taking the IC title?
I think, much like we were saying on SmackDown, we loved the Big Show Cesaro match. I think we're looking at a resurgence of the feud between Owens and Cesaro for the Intercontinental title. I could see this even potentially being the ladder match at TLC.
That would be pretty cool. Who's Thomas think is going to take this one?
He says Owens, hopefully.
Owens, hopefully. I'm going to go with the Ryback.
The Ryback.
I love Kevin Owens to death. So this is nothing again anti-Kevin Owens.
Oh, no,
this
not at
is
all.
just me thinking WWE has right now only one super buff singles champion.
Yeah.
And they're going to run with him.
That's just Seth Rollins is hogging all the other titles.
Yeah, it's like, well, Cena doesn't have a title, so we're going to keep it on the most Cena-esque guy we have, the Ryback.
The closest thing we can get to Cena is the Ryback.
So, yeah, I'm going to say Ryback's going to keep it because I think WWE sees way too much potential in Ryback.
Yeah.
As in, yes, I don't think he has as much potential as they see in him.
Yeah. I like Ryback. I just think, I think Owens has been really playing the mind games. I think, the actions we saw Ryback take on SmackDown causing disqualification. I think Owens has really gotten under his skin, and it's going to throw Ryback off.
Yeah, the one thing for me, the big turnoff with Ryback as champion, is to me he gets stale really fast.
Yeah.
Because his matches are very, very cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Like what I like.
He has his method.
Yeah. Like what I like with Cena is he became United States champion and he really upped his game. He really started changing his shit around.
Right.
And started doing things with all these different people. Ryback's still just I beat you up, you beat me up, and then I do my finisher and I win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him really, really start flipping his game around.
Yeah.
But, WWE don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryback is my point.
Alright.
And how about them damn Dudleys?
They gonna lose.
You think so?
Yeah.
just so you guys know, we're talking about the New Day versus the Dudley Boys for the Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
So you pick the New Day to take it.
I'm going with the New Day. I think the New Day are on such a good roll. They just won the titles back at SummerSlam. And so they're going to give them this big win over this legendary team that everyone expects them to lose to. It's going to maybe, I don't know how long it's going to go. I don't know if they can stretch it this far. But it's going to eventually lead to a tables match against the Dudleys where the Dudleys will finally take it.
So maybe even as far as TLC.
Possibly. Especially with the fact that, we kind of have it confirmed that the Usos are returning next month.
Yeah.
So we're going to have another heavy-hitting team kind of thrown into the mix here. The Lucha Dragons and the Ascension will actually be a worthy team. We could see them get involved as well. I think it's a very good chance that we won't see the Dudleys as champions until December.
What does Thomas say?
He goes with the New Day as well, with an eventual table match.
All right. Well, I'm going to not argue with you guys. I do believe there's going to be an eventual tables match.
Yes.
But
The Dudleys are going to be defending.
I think the Dudley Boys are going to win. Maybe October, defend against the Usos. November, defend against Lucha Dragons.
Actually,
or
the Ascension would be a perfect team because they've always wanted to go against one of the legendary tag teams.
yeah,
So
the Ascension, who they already beat pretty easily.
yeah,
Uh,
give the Ascension some momentum, and then it makes more sense.
and I think the New Day are actually going to take the titles back by beating the Dudleys in a tables match in TLC. I think the New Day are going to beat the Dudleys in the tables match.
Really,
Just to give them that much more heat.
an even bigger feather for
Yeah.
the New Day. All right, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because I kind of see the New Day being these guys who kind of they have to do something underhanded to win the titles,
Oh, definitely.
and they had the titles, and then we were kind of surprised by how quick they took the titles off of the New Day, especially how the fact that the New Day had so much great fan interaction,
Yes.
and how much momentum they had as heels, and then they kind of took the titles off the New Day, and we're like, oh come on, that could have lasted way longer.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything with the primetime players when they won the belts.
I feel like it was a sympathy run for the primetime players because, they brought them back and they did all these things, but they didn't really, go about building the primetime players up. And so they're just like, oh, we had these plans, so here, you can have the titles for a month.
Yeah, New Day take them back. I think the Dudleys are going to, once again, make the New Day's tag team title run fairly short.
Alright.
They're going to run for a couple months as tag champions, and then the New Days will take them back at TLC in the tables match.
Alright.
What I would really like to see, though, is have it be the New Days versus the Dudleys in the TLC match.
Oh.
Maybe even throw it off by adding a third partner for the Dudleys, and you could have all three members of the New Day involved.
Yeah, I would actually really enjoy if we got Spike back.
That would be rad.
If we got Spike back and we had trios, Dudleys versus New Day, it would be awesome.
I guess then what that leaves us with
One more match.
the big one, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's Sting, the Vigilante, the Scorpion Man, the franchise of WCW, the Icon, the does he have another nickname that they just came up with, right?
Statue Stealer.
I want to call him the man who's eluded the WWE Championship for all these years.
That's better than
Way
the
more accurate than
the championship eluding him.
Yeah, it's way more accurate. The man who's eluded the WWE Championship for so many years versus Seth Rollins.
Seth
the
Rollins.
champion, the Architect. The Architect versus the, what do you call him? The Artifact.
Yeah, the Architect versus the Artifact.
So this should be fun.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a lot of Sting just butt whooping on Rollins all over the place.
Yeah.
And then here's my pick. Rollins is going to take it. Just like we're thinking that Rollins would take Cena clean, I think there's going to be some sort of shifty way he's going to beat Sting. But it's going to come after Sting gives him a butt whooping from pillar to post.
Yeah. I'm going with Rollins as well with the return of Kane and J&J.
Oh.
An authority reunion. It takes all of your authority to take down Sting.
Yeah, especially if he has Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Steven Richards come down to help him.
Oh yeah, man, Steven Richards.
He's getting old,
Yeah.
brother. What does Thomas say?
Seth Rollins pinning Sheamus. Because he said Sheamus was going to cash in after the U.S. title match.
Well, which would make it like a triple threat match. Okay. And then that would give Sting another title shot, basically, because he wouldn't be involved in the decision.
Yep.
They could milk Sting Rollins longer.
Probably.
That'd be cool. I guess. Gross. Sheamus champion.
It would be good for you because we'd be able to get rid of the Money in the Bank.
Yes.
So
please.
Give
that would be hilarious.
Give
actually.
Sheamus his glory moment at the beginning of the pay-per-view, and then 3 hours later, fuck him over.
Have Sheamus win the championship early in the pay-per-view, and then have to defend it and lose.
Yeah.
All right. That's a winner idea. Go Thomas. I'm gonna high five you through the internet. All right. That's it. Post in the comments. Who you think is gonna win?
Who you got?
What are your predictions?
Yeah.
What do you think the fallout is gonna be like? You know.
Do you? Who do you think is going to be the partner for the Shield?
Yeah. Comment that here. Also comment on the SmackDown Rundown if you want.
Yeah, we gave you the option there too.
Or any of the other videos. Just comment on our videos. Don't forget to click all the links.
All them links.
All of them. There's Facebook, there's Reddit, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Tumblr, and there are emails. 2 of them. 2 emails. fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com where you can talk to everybody.
Kevin_Hawk666@hotmail.com. You can talk to this guy. You probably didn't hear any of that. It's that one. The one with his name on it.
It's the link that has my name.
Yeah.
Alright. And the playlist. Check out the playlist because we talked about Raw on Monday. We talked about the midweek wrap up in the middle of the week. We talked about Thursday Night SmackDown on Thursday. And this is the prediction video right now. And we're also going to have an indie news coming up right about the time that you're probably checking out Monday Night Raw.
Yes. Yep. Every Monday, indie news. Every Tuesday, a Raw review.
And also, check out next week when we have a mother flippin' pay-per-view result video.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be talking about all the fallout from Night of Champions. We'll be getting even closer to TakeOver. We'll have even more talk about the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and where they're heading into Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is our next pay-per-view stop for WWE. So,
Miz is teaming with the Shield.
thanks, Miz. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys at whatever video you decide to watch next.